What's good, everybody? Welcome back to more Twin Wrestle Pod. And today we're going to be delivering our Summerslam 2024 predictions. We have what, 7 matches, right? Well, let's list up the matches.
Uh,
Or you want me to do
sure.
it?
Um, what do we have? The Intercontinental title match, Sami Zayn and Bron Breaker. The United States Championship match, Logan Paul versus LA Knight. The Women's World title, Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. Then we have the WWE Women's Championship, Bayley and Nia Jax. We have CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre and basically a blood feud with guest referee Seth Rollins. We have the WWE Championship match, Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa. And we have the World Heavyweight Championship match, Damien Priest, El Campeon versus Gunther, the Ring General. I believe that's all of them. But if I'm missing one, let me know.
All right, well, this card is not a bad card. Honestly, when I look at it on paper, the builds have been pretty decent for the show, and I'm looking forward to the event. To be honest, I think it's gonna be one of the
I
better
just want to
shows.
say I just want to say one thing real quick, not to interrupt you, but the way so like you know how in past years, right? So we have so many things like being built, right? Um, Prime example, we have um, the I don't know what's the name for Sonya Deville's group. I don't know their name, whatever, right?
The name for who?
Sonya Deville's group, right?
They don't have no damn name.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. But I'm equating it to the past regime where say like that was a new debut, right? We'll like end up getting a first match on the SummerSlam card, right? Versus Lyra Valkyria and Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. Like that would be added to the show. Or no matter of fact, I think it's Damage Control. I'm sorry, they fought them last night. But that match would have been added to the card, right? Um, Another one we could have got either or the World Tag Team titles or the WWE Tag Team titles added with the Bloodline versus DIY, and I don't know who Finn Balor and them fought. I think they just fought. And then we would end up getting Aladon and Alba Fire versus Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. You know what I mean? Like just the sake of having people on there. So people on the show. And with the Y6 too, like I would have expected that would have been added. You know what I mean? In past years, as far as past creative, the thing I want to say is that Triple H is I think he's doing a very good job building out all these stories and building out all these feuds. The Wyatts versus the Creeds and Chad Gable, like that would have been added to the card, right? It would have just been a big card, and people would have been sitting in the crowd for six hours, in past SummerSlams. But I think Triple H likes to do things five matches or more, maybe five to seven, like how we got now. I think that's a good spot for every premium live event going forward. So I think we got the amount of perfect matches on the show going into this weekend, and most of them have been built up pretty well. So
Okay, I agree, but what I would say to that is don't speak too soon because there is a 3 hour pre-show, so I would expect some matches to be on that pre-show, and it starts at 5, so I would expect some matches to be on there. So I wouldn't speak too soonly, right?
well, don't
Uh,
what time SummerSlam start? Don't it start at 7?
the official card start at 7, but the pre-show I think start at 5.
Yeah, that's only 2 hours though.
It might start at 8. We don't know. We don't know. So
I
I
don't
would
know.
just say to that.
I thought I thought he been starting them at all the PLEs at 7. But I could be wrong. I thought they all
I
started
don't
at
know.
7. So
I don't know. I mean,
for the most part.
I just listened to Solid Monster earlier this morning. He said they was doing a 3 hour pre-show. So I'm like, okay.
Well, I
So
mean, yeah, but some of that they may be interviewing people who ain't on the show, like Jay Uso might make an appearance, or just stuff like little shit like that.
yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean,
we'll see though.
for
But
sure,
I
it's
just don't. I mean, because they've already announced the Wyatts versus the Chad Gable and them. I mean, like that's the match I would have seen been added more. You know what I'm saying, to the SummerSlam card as opposed to anything else. And then we already got the Bloodline fighting DIY. I think this week. I want to say I could be wrong. So yeah, I mean this stuff has already been. You know what I mean? It's not just rushed onto the main show. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying Triple H got the perfect amount of matches on the show so far, and that pre-show could just talking up, building up.
Okay.
Replaying the same stuff over and over. And
This is what I'll say to that. So you brought up Aladon and Iberfire and Jade and Bianca. I will say this: since they're supposed to have a match on Friday, expect a butt finish on Friday, and then them ended up having a match on Saturday on the pre-show. I would expect that for sure, just to get Jade and Bianca on the card like they did for what pay-per-view was that when they was the champs. It had to be either one class. It had to be sometime before Clash of the Castle, sometime before that. Let me see. I would say probably expect maybe. This going out there the realm of possibility, but I wouldn't. I would say expect like either Sheamus now, possibly, or um, a Judgment Day, something with the Judgment Day or something. We don't know yet. Since Miz is the host now, I wouldn't be surprised if they just do like a any match with him and R-Truth versus the Judgment Day just to get him on the card. I wouldn't be surprised if something like that happens. So it's up in the air. We'll see, man. But we have 7 matches slated for SummerSlam. You already listed them off. I think we should start with the U.S. Championship match. What do you say?
Sure.
Okay. So we got the United States Champion Logan Paul defending his United States Championship against LA Knight, and the conversation out here around this match is that Logan Paul has been pinned twice. He lost in a triple threat match to qualify for Money in the Bank, which LA Knight pinned him to do so. He lost against Cody Rhodes at King and Queen of the Ring in Saudi, which is we saw that coming. I see the bit, dog.
No, go ahead.
My thing with Logan Paul is, man, he's good in the ring. Obviously, I don't expect like I've been saying for like the previous videos or predictions or whatever. I don't expect him to have a bad match. Hence, who his trainer was to get into wrestling. When you train with Michaels and whatever they have at the PC, I don't expect you to have a terrible match like that or be terrible in the ring, right? But his championship reign has been just trash. He's won the championship in November against Rey Mysterio in Saudi, mind you, and he only had 2 title defenses. One at the Rumble, I think, against Kevin Owens. One at Mania against Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. And he really hasn't been on the show, which we know what comes with him, but he can't be holding the championship hostage, man, and just defending it twice. This would be his 3rd fucking championship defense in almost 200 some days as champ. I'm leaning towards getting the championship off of him and giving it to LA Knight, but I think they're gonna go the route of, since he's the hometown boy, this or that. You probably get one more matchup out of him and LA Knight for probably Bash at Berlin later this month in August. But man, if it's me, I'm doing LA Knight, so I'm going to take LA Knight, man. If you seen the promo he cut to at the beginning of SmackDown, man, he just beats U.S. champ at this point, bro. You need that championship on somebody who's gonna carry that mantle, man. But I gotta go LA Knight, man. I wouldn't be surprised if they have somebody help Jake Paul. I mean, not Jake Paul, but Logan Paul, and help him retain. But I'm gonna take LA Knight. He won the Slim Jim Battle Royal last year at SummerSlam. So why not have him win this at SummerSlam this year? Unless you want to save it for Bash at Berlin. But I want to see LA Knight, so I'm gonna go take LA Knight. Who you got?
Let's see here. I'm inclined to say LA Knight. Looking at this card on paper, I don't really see. Let's see. No, I'm not trying to spoil I'm just mapping it out here. This one is kind of hard. Okay, so I'm just going to pick LA Knight because I want LA Knight to win. He's been over. You know, I mean, ever since last year. I mean, even when he got done with Roman, he seemed like he was directionless to a point. Even the match with AJ Styles, I mean, I feel like at WrestleMania, it probably was just like a gimme because they had nothing else for him. Either one. I think this is just supposed to be LA Knight's crowning moment. You already said it. Logan Paul's been the U.S. champ for almost a year and he's defended it twice. So yeah, I mean, SmackDown needs a little bit more substance. I mean, not Jake Paul. Sorry, Logan Paul can be that special attraction like Brock Lesnar was, but I don't think he needs to be a champion. Just because simple fact he's not there every week. So that way you have more feuds over the U.S. title, and the U.S. title will be on the show more. So for that reason, I'm picking LA Knight, and plus LA Knight needs somewhere else to do for the rest of the year. So I'm going LA Knight. Just about that's why I was looking at the card because it's. I mean, I'm not gonna spoil my predictions, but it is geared more towards him probably losing, and then running the back again. But we'll get into that later.
Yeah, I mean, I can see him losing just because you want to have. I think there's gonna be multiple title changes on this show, and not the ones people expect it to be. But I definitely think some mid card titles will change during this show. So that's the only reason I can see him not winning, and you don't want it to get overshadowed for what's going to happen at the end of the night, which I think anything that happens on this card will get overshadowed with the looming presence of the tribal chief anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But I think you want to save it for him to have his moment on the big stage, and Bash at Berlin wouldn't be a bad spot, but I just want to get that championship off Logan Paul as quickly as possible. But don't be surprised if Logan Paul do win. Let's go ahead and let's jump into another SmackDown championship match. Let's talk about the WWE Women's Championship matchup with Bayley defending her championship against Nia Jax. You want to start it off?
No, you got it.
Well, man, couple videos ago, I think around Money in the Bank or possibly King and Queen of the Ring, I said I'm taking Nia Jax, and this is why. Because with Tiffany Stratton, like I said in the Money in the Bank predictions, I had her winning, and the story I would tell is, even though they buddy, right, you will have Nia Jax beat Bayley, and then you will have another championship title change with Tiffany Stratton quickly cashing the briefcase on Nia Jax and becoming the champ out of SummerSlam. So you get two championship changes during that matchup. But now that I think of it, man, it's looking like it's leaning towards Bayley winning it. To be honest, because she just lost the tag team match last Friday. Nia and Tiffany beat her and Michin on Friday, so it looks like it's leaning towards Bayley keeping the championship and possibly Tiffany Stratton cashing in the same night after Nia gets upset after she lost to Bayley and she destroys her after the match, and then Tiffany catches in. Then you have that pending storyline of Tiffany winning the championship, Nia not liking that she cashed in the briefcase to win the championship, and then you have a three-way triangle for the championship some way, some format. So I wouldn't be surprised to go that route. So that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and take Bayley, and then I'm gonna have Tiffany Stratton cashing in the championship. Cashing in the briefcase and getting the championship after Nia Jax destroys Bayley after Bayley beats her. So that's where I'm going, Bayley.
Well, for the sake of being different, I'm going to take Nia Jax. I think Nia Jax has been on a hell of a run. And I think this should be her crowning moment to be women's champ. It don't have to be a long reign, but you can get some miles out of it, and then eventually you can run it back at Bash in Berlin, and then you can have Tiffany Stratton go out there. Tiffany Stratton is usually over with the international crowds anyway. Have her go over there and cash in on Nia Jax, and then feud from there. So I'm taking Nia Jax.
Yeah, I agree with you. I like that finish, but I just didn't. I just with the Tiffany Stratton thing, I just think it'd be too convoluted like too much shit happening. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was like, all right, I'm gonna just switch it from Nia winning to Bayley winning, then she cashed in that way. So you don't have a championship change into Tiffany cashing her briefcase. That's all.
There you go, being semantic. Which what you picking?
I got Bayley. I'm just saying.
All right, you got Bayley. You already explained your case for Bayley. I'm explain your other case. Let's go. Move on.
All right. Well, let's go to the next match then.
The next match we have is for the Intercontinental Championship. Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn versus Rising Star, former NXT champion, I think he was a tag team champion, right? NXT, I think.
Yeah, him and Baron Corbin.
Yeah, Bron Breakker, rapping on the scene, creating havoc and putting people on the shelf. So, last match at Money in the Bank, they were getting, they got into it, and it was a decent match. I expect this match to be better, and I'm expecting Bron Breakker to come out with the win. I'll be shocked if you beat him twice in a row here, but I mean, you never know. There has not been any news on Ricochet ever since. What if Ricochet comes out at SummerSlam and causes Bron Breakker to lose, and then we reignite that? But I don't know. I'm taking Bron Breakker though, just because I don't see him losing twice in a row, and I think this is just a moment in time where you can crown that next IC champ, and then you can branch Sami Zayn out from this into something else, and Bron Breakker just build up that. Eventually we get him and Dragunov back 1-on-1 for the IC strap, and who knows, maybe a yeet. So we'll go from there. I'm taking Breakker.
Yeah, man. I think this is kind of a crowning moment for Bron Breakker anyway. It ain't too much you can do with the feud with him and Sami Zayn, as they've been trying to build it up for the last 2 weeks after Money in the Bank. It's been pretty much the same thing. Braun to come out there and attack Sami either after a match or after a segment or from behind or this and that. So it ain't really too much you can do with this. You can't have him lose back to back to Sami like this. Now, do he beat Sami straight up or do someone come out there? I think he beat Sami straight up. And during his promo he cut on Raw, he said he underestimated Sami at Money in the Bank, and this time he's taking him serious at SummerSlam. So now that he knows Sami is a credible threat, a credible champion, he's going to bring his A game. So I agree. I'm going to take Bron Breakker as well. Kind of his crowning moment, and this is where it conflicts with LA Knight's U.S. Championship match. In a sense, because I don't think it's going to be that many main card championships changes, just because Braun's going to get his. So I'm going to take Bron in this match too.
I will say the IC title picture is I think I stated this in previous videos. It's shaping up to be real nice. I just like to build on Raw. I think they can go in multiple directions. I still think there's something there with Kaiser and maybe Breakker, because Breakker did injure Kaiser. Dragunov, he put Dragunov out on the shelf, and then again, if Ricochet is going to AEW, okay, cool. But if not, I like to see Ricochet back in that IC title picture if he ends up coming back. We still got Sheamus out there, so the IC title picture on Raw is looking pretty good, and the world title picture is looking good on Raw too. So
yeah,
multiple avenues to go here after SummerSlam. This is the turning point of the year for wrestling fans and wrestling. So Bron Breakker winning here would be perfect in my opinion. So
okay, let's get into the Women's World Championship match with Liv Morgan defending her Women's World Championship against the former champ, Rhea Ripley. I made my stances known on this situation, and I'm going to cut down the brass tacks. I think Liv Morgan should be the one to win the first matchup, but just about how we going to get here, how we going to get to the finish. So I'm taking Liv Morgan in this scenario at SummerSlam. Because once Rhea get the championship, it's over. This storyline is done and over with. I'm not really a big fan of the route of Dominic screwing Rhea out of the championship and aligning himself with Liv. I think that just it's stupid, because if you put a reality in the situation, Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan is Liv Morgan, right?
What would you do?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, I can't see no other scenario without Dom going out there screwing her. Maybe. I'll tell
you what I do.
Maybe you include Finn Balor in the situation, but I don't know.
So, I'm picking Liv Morgan here with a screwy finish. What I would do is, if she's okay enough to do a cameo or run in, I think you bring Raquel back here, and have her help Liv Morgan retain the title, and have her be Liv Morgan's heavy to counteract Rhea Ripley, because they were tag team partners. I think Liv Morgan got injured by Rhea Ripley, right? Or was it in the tag? It was in the tag match or something. But
they was tag partners, yeah.
Yeah, I think they was tag partners initially when Rhea Ripley hurt her. So that could be a way to circle back around there. Throw people off the scent with the Dominic Mysterio. I don't think Dominic's going to interfere. It may be more Finn Balor, especially with what happened during the segments on Raw and in the main event last night. I think Finn Balor's the been the ringleader. I think he's going to get the Judgment Day to turn on Rhea Ripley and Damien Priest at some point. I just don't know when. I know this Liv Morgan is winning here though, and Rhea Ripley. I mean, she's not being Rhea Ripley clean. So I think Raquel's going to come out there and help. That's just how I'm booking it.
Yeah. Hopefully she's healthy enough for that. I know she was taking off the road and stuff like that, and just because of what she's going through. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it if you want to bring her back as a heel and have her serve as the heavy to Liv Morgan and help further that storyline of, averting Rhea's dominance over the division. So I wouldn't be opposed to that, but I'm gonna take Liv. I'm interested to see the finish they do. I just hope they don't do that dumbass recycle finish. I'm getting tired of seeing it, but I'm taking Liv Morgan. All right, man. Let's go to the World Heavyweight Championship matchup with.
Whoa! Wait a minute! You skipping one.
What match I'm skipping?
CM Punk now.
No. We gonna get to that.
They ain't gonna be before neither one of the title matches. I mean, they ain't gonna be after neither one of the title matches.
That's fine, but
they might start to show off,
I mean, that's fine. We gonna talk about World Heavyweight Championship match. Which match is more important?
Hey man, you doing El Campeon at this?
That's my guy. But their match is not as important as CM Punk and Drew McIntyre at all.
What?
Cody and Solo's match, not Drew McIntyre. And
we'll talk about Cody and them first then.
No. CM Punk.
No, I don't care about no damn no runnings at the end. The matchup. We talking strictly the matchup. The matchup ain't more important than either one of the Raw matches, to be honest with you. And you know that for a fact. Solo Sikoa versus Cody Rhodes. The matchup itself is not more important.
That's what I'm saying. That
we know they're gonna main event, but I'm just saying. That's how I would run it. Go ahead.
Are you done? Are you done?
Nah, go ahead, man. Go ahead. I see he was looking at me. Go ahead and do what you want to do.
You're damn goofy, man. I was saying that CM Punk and Drew McIntyre's match is more important than all the matches. That's what I was saying. Let's get rid of this damn World Heavyweight Championship matchup, man. So we got El Campeon, Damien Priest, defending his championship against Gunther. These last 2 weeks, Damien Priest has been killing it on the microphone. he had a backstage segment, a pre-tape segment. He was talking about how Gunther's referring to him as street trash, this or that, and Gunther has always had somebody to be like, "Good, here you go," or so forth and so forth, whatever scenario has presented itself. And what Damian Priest has been through has allowed him to become El Campeon, a Puerto Rican. He said Puerto Rican something, Puerto Rican badass or some shit like that. And they just been throwing blows, man. Like these last 2 or 3 weeks, bro. Like it's crazy because I hear a lot of people say this about Damian Priest's reign, and it's not eventful. Or I can respect what Triple H is doing with Damian Priest, to be honest. Something new, something fresh. It's like every time there's something new or fresh when it comes to the wrestling, the IWC or whatever, they always complain about something, needing something new and fresh. But when they get something new and fresh, they always shit on it at some point in time. And this is what we get with Damian Priest, man. Everybody just like, okay, it's inevitable that he's gonna lose the championship at SummerSlam. I, for one, don't think he's gonna lose the championship. So that gives you my answer and where I'm going with this, man. I think he wins and retains the championship. Even though it's against Gunther, we know how great Gunther is. But I think this would be another statement win for Damian Priest. I think it's gonna end like the rest of his matches have ended during his reign. Either someone comes out there, like how we had Drew McIntyre come out there and made it a triple threat match. The way Triple H has been booking him has been smart, man. Like Priest has been winning these matches, but like it's either interference by somebody, but he don't know that somebody interfered and shit like that, right? And then he just come in, pick up the pieces, and then he, retain the championship. So I think we're gonna get the same type of result come SummerSlam, and I think Finn Balor will play a part in that. Because if you remember from Raw yesterday, after the match, Gunther put Finn like in a chokehold after the fact, after he already beat Finn. So I think that'll play a part in the outcome SummerSlam. And I don't think it's gonna be the outcome everybody think it would be. I got Damian Priest returning. Me personally.
I can see Damien Priest winning too, but for the sake of being different, I'm going to go with Gunther.
Man, look, you don't have to be different all the time. Just go with your damn heart, man.
I mean, that's what I'm taking. I'm taking Gunther. The Ring General, him walking into Bash in Berlin as the champion, is probably a much needed visual. And I just think it's his time. I mean, he won an opportunity by winning the King of the Ring, the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion. What else more could he do? Now is the next step. Crown him. Damian Priest has been coming into his own as of late. He just getting out of that second gear, but I think Gunther's going to win. I mean, I can see. The thing I can see is Gunther losing because he's probably a little too cocky by calling everybody street trash or whatnot. He makes this, Damian Priest might catch him, and Damian Priest might beat him clean by himself. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I'm just gonna pick Gunther though, just to be on a different. Because I mean, either way I can see it, but yeah, Gunther is the more predictable route. So
I'll disagree. I'll disagree with you. I don't think he's gonna beat him clean, not at all. But I got Damian Priest winning.
Clean?
Huh?
You don't think Damian Priest would beat Gunther clean?
Nah. Because you got set up to the eventual rematch at Bash in Berlin.
Yeah. You can have Gunther win the Fatal 4-Way or something like a number one contenders match. Next Raw and run it back.
You got remember who you talking about? You talking about Gunther though, man? That ain't.
What you mean?
It's only been.
You can
two
book
people to
it
beat
by.
Clean, right?
Huh?
It's only been 2 people to beat Gunther clean. That's Bron Breakker NXT, and that was Sami at WrestleMania, right?
Ilya Dragunov.
Dragon, they ain't fight. They fought what? NXT UK?
They fought twice. Gunther beat him once, and then Dragunov beating the one of
Okay,
UK
well,
time.
there's 3 people: Dragunov, Breakker, and Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
So this allowed Damian Priest to put his name in a hat Like being like, okay, I beat Gunther, but I just don't
Yeah.
think
But
he's beating Gunther clean.
think about it though. If you think about every promo Gunther's even before Money in the Bank, Gunther was just saying, "You guys can't hold the weight of being the world champion. Just the may the best man win, but the best man's gonna lose to me." That's just him being. I mean, he's proven that he's the ring general, right? But what I'm saying, the story can be built to him thinking he got the match in the bag because just on Raw to start the show, I think he said Finn Balor won the same Finn Balor. So him cutting the promos and him being cocky, right? He may slip up at SummerSlam, and this will be Damien Priest's first like real legitimate clean win, right? As world champion. I mean, I think he beat Jey Uso clean, but you know what I'm trying to say. This will be his first clean win as world champion.
All right.
And that can be a way you can build it, and then Gunther be so beside himself. How can I let this happen? Demand another opportunity from Adam Pearce, and then Adam Pearce like you got to go to the back of the line. You got to earn that. And then we gonna book this fatal 4-way. This winner of this fatal 4-way versus this winner of the fatal 4-way clash at Raw. On the next week for the opportunity to go to Bash in Berlin, and then you write it that way. You can do it that way too. I'm just saying that way you can have Damian Priest have one more month as the champion, and then you can have Gunther actually winning it in front of his home fans.
All right.
Either or, I can see it that way.
We'll see. We'll see. I just think
I'm picking Gunther to win. So
I just think the track record of Damian Priest's championship, the way he wins his championship or retains a championship, is going to stay on course. That's all. All right.
Well, it's got to end at some point, right?
Yeah.
Why not? I'm saying why not do? Why not end it on one of the biggest heels in the company? That's all I'm saying. For him to turn that leaf as a babyface, he's already getting the crowd cheers. That would be one way to push him over the heel. That's what I'm saying. That's one way I would do it. Because the two top babyfaces are already occupied in the damn near feud, CM Punk and Seth Rollins, and then you throw Drew McIntyre in there. They're already occupied. To get Priest on that level, I would let him dethrone Gunther, because Gunther doesn't lose a lot, especially clean.
All right.
Throw him in that hat right there. If Sami Zayn can do it, why can't he do it? That's all I'm saying.
All right. Let's head to the next match, man. Let's not harp on this shit too long. Let's talk about CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre, which is a match that should be the main event, but it won't be the main event. This has been his best feud since the start of the year, when CM Punk got hurt in the Royal Rumble into his triceps and missed WrestleMania. And they've been going back and forth. Drew McIntyre with the t-shirts, the friendship, the bracelet now with AJ and Larry on it. And CM Punk just getting his revenge by costing Drew 3 times. Costing him the World Championship, costing him the World Championship at WrestleMania, which is more or less Drew's fault than anything. Cost him the championship at Clash of the Castle with the referee and the imposter referee shit. Then cost him the World Championship again at Money in the Bank by attacking him when he cashed it in, and having Drew ended up actually taking a pinfall in that matchup. So this is the blood feud for sure. Like I said, the best rivalry and the best feud so far this year. And now we got the element of Seth Rollins as the referee in this matchup, because all the other referees are scared to get in between these two guys and scared to see what these guys would do if they are officiating the matchup. And yesterday they had the Seth Rollins instructions. Like when I made the video, I'm like, what the fucking when they was teasing it, like when they was like, this is like previewing, I'm like, what can he say that's like his instructions, like outside of no DQ, no count out, like just anything like that. There's nothing important there. So that's what he ended up doing on Monday. It was just saying, I might count to 10, I might count to 20, I might count to 1,000,000. No DQ is at my discretion. You guys do what I say when I say. You tap out when I say you tap out. I pin when I want to pin. So pretty much, it's going along the lines of like a no holds bar match, without saying it's actually a no holds bar match, right? So I can expect these guys to be going all over SummerSlam, fighting through the crowd, going through the announce tables, probably bringing in tables, or this gonna probably be like the longest match out of all of them, just because of the feud between the two. the Bad Blood. So I expect this match to go on a while, and the element of Seth Rollins in there is probably to hide the attention off CM Punk a little bit. You know what I mean? Him coming off an injury, and this is his first match televised in 10 years. So I expect this match to probably be match of the night when in terms of storyline. I'm going to take Drew McIntyre in this situation. I think it's going to be the first of, I would say, 3 matches between these two. So I'm going to go Drew McIntyre to win the first match.
I'm taking CM Punk.
Okay.
First match in over a decade in WWE. And plus, Drew's really been. Well. I ain't gonna say Drew got the upper hand really, but I think
Been kind of even. Kind of even.
kind of sort of. Nah, I think Drew's had the upper hand. I mean, just to steal in the bracelet, to beating him to a pulp. I mean, CM Punk's costing the world title. I'm not saying that's not big.
That's huge, though.
Even with him posting the picture with Jack Perry, that was that was hilarious. I mean, like, you know, he just super good at it.
Yeah,
So,
I'm pretty sure he ran that. I'm pretty sure he ran that by CM Punk, though. I'm pretty positive he did.
So I see this being like a 3-match program. Hopefully, we got to get the Bad Blood in the Hell in a Cell. I know everybody's been saying that, but I think that's the main thing. And maybe they main event there, but we don't know yet. But that match is Triple H has to do that match. I mean, this is like mid 2000s era WWE kind of in a sense, you know, like Triple H, Shawn Michaels esque, like blood rivalry kind of stuff. You know, it's personal. So I'm taking CM Punk to win this first match. Hopefully they have a good match with the element of Seth Rollins. We don't know what happens here and where Seth Rollins goes from here, but as far as match of the night, we'll see. I'm thinking match of the night, maybe Sami Zayn and Bron Breakker, but we'll see. I'm taking CM Punk though.
All right, we'll see. Now let's get to the match that will be the main event of the show. I think with everything, all the noise surrounding this matchup, it's kind of obvious that this matchup will be the main event. So we have the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship. Do we even call it a Universal Championship still, or just WWE Undisputed Championship? Well, the WWE Undisputed Championship, Cody Rhodes defend his championship against, I refuse to call him a tribal chief, but
the tribal chief,
Solo Sikoa. The enforcer. I'm gonna just keep calling him the enforcer. I just can't buy that's my guy. I just can't buy him into the role of the tribal chief because he's not the tribal chief. In the words of Paul Heyman, you are not my tribal chief. All right. Now this matchup, man, they're doing their best to make sure that Solo has enough momentum heading into this matchup, and I like how the Solo's bloodline differs from Roman's bloodline. I got a video coming soon breaking this whole thing down, but if you look at Solo's bloodline, his bloodline is more destructive and stuff like that, right? But they're missing a component. You can tell they're missing a component, and it will come back to bite them later on in the future. As opposed to when Roman was doing his bloodline, they were more meticulous in their approach, a little bit more planning, and they had a little bit more maneuverability when it comes to the backstage area and way to deal with the higher ups in WWE because of Paul Heyman. So that's the component that the new bloodline is missing. That component of Paul Heyman being there. That person that's been able to line all parts within the bloodline to keep it as whole and be able to help him maneuver backstage and shit like that. I don't see no other outcome outside of Cody winning. It's predictable. With the impending arrival of Roman Reigns returning at SummerSlam, I would hope that Roman don't come out there and help Cody win, because Roman's going to be the top face on SmackDown regardless, top face of WWE regardless once he comes back anyway. You don't want him to be. I wouldn't consider it belittling Cody, but a lot of people will consider it belittling Cody if he were to come out there and help Cody win. Like Cody couldn't beat Solo by himself. And I like the story of them weaving in from WrestleMania 39 when Cody told Solo that he wasn't ready, even though he's flanked by the champion, you still wasn't ready. And I hope this plays a huge part in him referencing that because I think Solo is not ready at all. Cody should beat him 1, 2, 3, and then boom, we get Roman after that. So I'm taking Cody here. It's a no-brainer. Cody retained the championship.
I'm taking the American Nightmare as well. I think Cody should beat him clean in the middle of the ring, and then we get the Bloodline coming out to beat up Cody Rhodes. Then we get the return of him, the Tribal Chief, God Mode himself, Roman Reigns. Come out with Paul Heyman. We get Paul Heyman over the PA system. And then we hear that Tribal Chief music. Now, is he gonna come out by himself, or is he gonna bring Jimmy Uso with him too? Because Solo did put Jimmy Uso out on the injury list, and he has been ready to return. We'll see.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be exciting to see Roman come back, man.
I don't think we see Kevin Owens and Randy Orton just yet. I think they still have to sell that, and then so I think at the end of the night we'll probably see Cody, Jimmy, and Roman fend off the Bloodline, if I had to guess.
Yeah. And this story don't need Roman. I mean, not Roman, but Orton or Kevin Owens to come back at all anyway. Roman is more than enough, so they're good in that aspect. But I'm excited to look to see Roman Reigns come back. We will be in the building for it, so we're going to be filming some reactions and stuff from the show and putting it in our review like we did last year. So I'm looking forward to that. But man, this has been our SummerSlam predictions, bro. It's a small card, but definitely building around story is pretty good. So I expect nothing less but great things from the show. And that's it. Anything you wanna add?
No, I'm just ready for the show. My excitement level is up. WWE is hot, the hot ticket in town. This just goes to show when you build up decent or good enough or great enough stories, you can get people to come to the shows. You don't have to have a 5-star or 60-star match on the card every day, every show or every pay-per-view for it to do well. So,
all right. Well, hope y'all enjoyed that. If you did, if you made it this far, we appreciate you. Make sure to do like, share, comment, and subscribe down below if you're enjoying the content so we can keep producing more of this content. Until next time, man, we are the Twin Wrestle Pod, and we will see you guys in the next video. Take it easy.